I also post memes on there about transit and all things I like. So go check it out. Check out my Twitter account to stay up to date with what I'm working on. Also my Instagram account to stay up to date with what I'm working on. I plan on uploading more on there to say what I'm working on, what I'm currently thinking about working on, and what I've just finished. So go check it out. It's really dope. It's a great Twitter account. I also post memes on there about transit and all things I like. So go check it out. It's free and you can always unfollow if you don't like it. And if you do like it, give me a follow. There are going to be 3 different stages for the commuter rail lines. The first stage will have 7 lines. They are the east, west, north, south, and northeast lines. The east line will go from downtown Calgary to Strathmore. The west line will go from downtown Calgary to Banff. The north line will go from downtown Calgary to Red Deer. The south line will go from downtown Calgary to Fort Macleod. The northeast line will go from downtown Calgary to Eureka. The second stage will have 3 commuter rail lines. They are the southeast line, which will go from downtown Calgary to Medicine Hat, downtown Calgary to Drumheller, and the southwest line, which will go from downtown Calgary to Lethbridge. The third stage will go from Fort Macleod to Medicine Hat. The terminating stations for all the rail lines will be Tower Centre, Grand Central, Lethbridge train station, Medicine Hat, Strathmore, and Fort Macleod train station. Each one of the rail lines in the first stage will have at least 2 phases. The east line first phase will go from downtown Calgary to Cochrane. The second phase will go from downtown Calgary to Banff. The first phase of the west line will go from downtown Calgary to Chestermere. The second phase will go from downtown Calgary to Strathmore. The north line will go from downtown Calgary to Airdrie. In the first phase, the second phase will have the train going from Airdrie to Crossfield, not downtown. Actually, downtown Airdrie to Crossfield. This final phase will have the train going from downtown Calgary to Crossfield to Red Deer. From Crossfield to Red Deer. Something I think could happen is the first and second phase of the project could be combined into one, since how close the cities are close to each other. The south line will go from downtown Calgary to Okotoks in the first phase. The second phase will have the train going from Okotoks to High River. The final phase, the third phase will have the train going from High River to Nathan, and the fourth and final, that's the final one, not the third one, the fourth one will have the train going from Nathan to Fort Macleod. An important question that must be answered is how many stations will there be and where will the stations be located at? When we look at the east line, we see the fact that there will be 7 stations. They are located at Chestermere, 116th Street, 68th Street, 25th Street, Grand Central, and one final station at Tower Centre. Now, a quick sidebar. You may be wondering what the Grand Central station means. Well, I'm about to upload a new video talking about a Grand Central station. Go check it out, it's a really good video. It's going to be incredible. I hope to upload it by the end of this year. No, not hope to, I will upload it by the end of this year. Go check it out. And it has on-location recording. So, it's gonna be fun, not voiceover like this one. The north line will have 7 stations. They are Crossfield, Airdrie, YYC, Skyline West, Grand Central, and a station at Tower Centre. The south line will have 7 stations. They are Okotoks, 210th Avenue, Fish Creek, Lacoma, Southland, Chinook, Grand Central, and a station at Tower Centre. The northeast line will have 7 stations. They are Beakers, Eureka, Conrich, which is 116th Street Northeast, 68th Street, 25th Street, and Grand Central and Tower Centre. Fun fact of the day, Calgary is the sunniest city in Canada, which is not saying that much because if you compare it to most cities around the world, Calgary is actually pretty mediocre, like cities close to the equator or cities in America. But if you compare it to Canada, with 38 million people and the second largest country, it is the sunniest major city in Canada. Let's go! Which is just something you know. Next, we're going to look at the second phase of the project. The east line will have 2 more stations added to it in total. They are Strathmore and 1 more at the Haviland Field. Why the Haviland Field? Because by 2030, it will have employed at least 1,000 people with the fact that it will keep growing as Strathmore, Wheatland County, Chestermere, all those places surrounding it increase in population. So it's good to have a station near a major work site in Canada. So yeah. And it's also an airport, which it might become a regional airport for Calgary one day, like when Calgary gets like close to 2 million, when Calgary needs a regional airport. Hey, let's just use the Haviland Field or or Springbank Airport. You never know. So it's good to have a station there ready for usage. The West Line will have 3 more stations added onto it. They are Morley, Canmore, Banff. The North Line will have 9 stations. They are Red Deer Regional Airport, Penhold, Innsfield, Bowden, Old Newark, I have no idea. Airport, Old Dursbury, and no, not Old Dursbury, Old Dursbury and Carstairs. The second phase of the rail stations, we see the fact that there will be 3 stations they are Fort Macleod, Claresholm, and Stanley. The South Line will have 11 stations. They are Lethbridge, Colhurst, Norbsford, Vulcan. They will all connect. Then they will connect to Okotoks, which will go all the way up to Calgary. Actually, they'll connect to High River, then go all the way up to Okotoks. Connect to Okotoks, High River, Okotoks, then all the way up to Calgary. But that's just making the video longer. The South Line will have 11 stations. They are Medicine Hat, Reds Cliffs, Brooks, ESO, 68th Street Southeast, Lindswoods, McLean's, Grand Central, and Tower Center. The North Line, we see the fact that there will be 2 stations. They are Hills and Torch. The Drumheller Line will have 7 stations. They are Drumheller, Chestermere, 116th Street Southeast, 68th Street Southeast, 25th Street Southeast, Grand Central, and Tower Central. You know it and love it. What type of stations will there be? By that I mean, how many platforms will there be for the stations? For the small towns, there are. For the towns, I'm using the provincial classification as town and city. A town is a municipality that has a population around 1,000 or 10,000 people in its boundaries. A city has a population greater than 10,000 people in its boundaries. Okotoks, High River, Cochrane, and Chestermere fit in the category of municipalities with a population greater than 10,000, but still choose to be called towns instead of cities. I don't know why. Talk to the mayors. For the towns, there will be single platform because they won't really need it or have a need for multiple platforms. For the cities, they'll most likely have 2 platforms. As the population in towns grow, more platforms will be added or taken away. The train will have a passing loop, so the trains won't have to wait for each other to pass. They can just pass at areas. So it's a lot better and faster. The number of stations I'm proposing, the service route, but the number of stations I'm proposing in the boundaries of Calgary, it would turn the service not from a commuter rail into an S-Bahn type system for the city of Calgary, which is pretty cool. Where will the service and maintenance facilities be located? It would most likely be located in Rocky View County, somewhere near McDonald Lake, since there is an abandoned rail tracks there, and you can just extend it back. You can buy out the abandoned rail tracks and extend it out a bit more. It's also an industrial park there. You can just build service and maintenance facility. The train would most likely start with diesel and then move like one service, and you're able to make money, maybe hydrogen. And if you have a lot of money and you're not held by politics, you can further electrify your important routes like the Grow Transit is doing for its train lines. Why should it be built? There are many reasons why we should build it. For each one of the reasons, the rail lines, it just boils down to the fact that the Calgary is a major city that is growing, which the fact that also means major growth outside the city, outside the metropolitan area, for them to all to be connected back up to Calgary. If we keep using our road system, we'll keep having to expand it, which is a terrible idea and is not sustainable and will create more problems for us down the future. We're already seeing the problems, but if we build a commuter rail line, we can just extend the train, we can just add more train cars onto it, and it would go faster. We could carry way more people than an SUV could ever. So yeah, go check out my Twitter account. Thank you for watching the video. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye bye.